Hello and welcome to image processing hand in code 3+4, which is to apply 4 filters to a video feed. Now, you can see in the header I have plenty of stuff being predefined if you ever wonder why there's so many stuff that hasn't been predefined around here in the test app CPP. Just as well here in the test setup, there's plenty of many other things to mention, as for instance the image, fire and ice, and the variables brightness, value, contrast, and all the other stuff, and the various kernels, the mean, Sobel, and the MBus. Now, initially I intended to start from inverted color, but I have quite some problems with the auto contrast filter, as is acting quite odd, so I'd like to begin with that, just to have that function to begin with. As you can see, it has its will of its own, but what we do is that we take the minimum value and maximum value of input 0, and from there we go through input 1, as we already began at 0, and then we go through every pixels of the input, and from there we notice that if input I is smaller than the minimum value, then the minimum value becomes equal to I. And like so with max value, if any input value is bigger than the maximum value, then maximum value becomes equal to input. And then we go through the pixels once again. And as such, we do the math. And it seems to strain the computer to some extent, and we apply a threshold. So it cannot exceed the white or black barrier, and then we apply it to the video change. Let's see if we can make it work this time. Easy. Oop, almost got it there. Sorry. Gotta try it one more time, and if not, then I'm sorry that it doesn't work. Well, oh, seems to be doing something. Oh, see, it seems to adjust to how things and there it go again. But yeah, that's the auto contrast. Sorry it isn't that working so well. It did so much better when I was programming it. Oh well, no need to be sour about it. But yeah, from the beginning we have our inverted color. Stop that. And what it basically does is, after we get call on every pixel in our from our video feed, we simply take that input and minus it maximum value of any given color, and simply sets the input video's value to the opposite. And as such, get this scary looking image. Ooh. Next, I'm going to go about a simple brightness filter. And brightness has already been predefined, so it doesn't affect the current value to begin with. So this is to say that the brightness is equal to 0. Start it off here, and then we have a build error apparently. Sorry about that. Let's see where our error is located. That's why. There we go. Let's try that again. See? And we can apply some brightness, and it simply goes back and forth. Now to begin with, I had applied a threshold that it couldn't go below 0 brightness, but then, yeah, that didn't really make it that funny. Let me just take that away. It gets cranky. You can see we have we go through every pixel in our video feed. Basically, we do that every time we need to apply a filter. So every time we what's it called? We sorry, I lost my trail of thought here. But yeah, every time we get a pixel, we simply take that pixel in the input and apply the brightness, which was 0 to begin with, and then change it to the changed input. And then we apply a threshold, which makes sure it cannot become more white than white and more black than black. And then the changed input is applied to video changed, and that's how we got our brightness filter working. Next, we have our simple contrast filter, which also comes with its own set of keys. Apparently I've done something wrong since video texture has become cranky. Oh dear. Well, let's open this up. Let's see what's the unexpected. Where is that? Ah, there we go. See that. That's why. Deleted something I shouldn't. My bad. Now time to configure the contrast. As you can see, we go through the video feed again, and then for each color channel we apply either pixel R for red or pixel G for green, as it is their respective color channel. And then we toggle adjust each of the color channel with the contrast, which was predefined as 0, so it did, or 1, actually 1, my bad. Otherwise it would just nullify it completely, but yeah, the contrast is set to 1, so it doesn't change anything for now. And it simply does that for every bit of the color channels, and then it applies it again to the video channel's respective color channel. And here we are. Now we apply some contrast and remove some. Yep, and that was basically contrast. Next we have, oh yeah, we already covered that. Pardon. You won't want to do that again for the time being. I seem to have done something bad here again. Oh, it's not my day for such things, I can see. And what's the problem with that? That's why. And here we have the log image filter. And basically take the input pixel and change it to a float, so it becomes more manageable when it's being processed in the logarithm value. And as such, it's basically taken. It's a formula taken from the book, and afterwards applied to the video change. gives us a funky little video feed. Looks like an elf. Oh well. And yeah, I think I will cover our exponential image filter before I cut off this video feed. And yeah, it's gone a little bit funky, so I can't tell if it's succeeded or not, but well, you can have a look here. And basically what it does is the same thing, takes every pixel and turns them into a float, and then applies the formula that's been referred to in the book. Whereas I've made a little change so that k, for instance, is a constant and not a formula in its own right. Couldn't get that to work, so I just tried with simple constant, and yeah, gives a little bit of blue down there, so I can't tell for sure if it's correct or not. But yeah, that will be it for this time. I'll see you again very soon for part 2.